Hi, I'm Jacob Adams. I'm a fitness and leadership coach. I help people just like you get to the next level. What do I think someone like you is all about? Well, at the core, I think people like you are dedicated to relentless self-improvement. Have you struggled with actually achieving no FAP? It's kind of comical, I guess, because we're living in a time where there's Instagram hot models bearing it all, showing their great bodies. As a matter of fact, the thumbnail on this video was one of those said models. Pornography is freer than ever. Pornhub, and just to name one of the websites, but there's pornography of every sort, of every taste. And so if you're clicking and watching this video, or maybe you're a subscriber of mine, I think it's safe to say that those that know me well, people like yourself, know that I don't leave many stones unturned, unexamined when it comes to achieving high performance, to pushing the envelope, to getting the result. And when NoFap came onto my radar back in 2014, I thought it was a ridiculous sounding term. And as I've discussed in some of my other videos about sexual transmutation and friends with benefits, when to walk away, stuff like that, I found myself at the beginning of a very powerful journey back in 2014 as I was entering being a single man, getting away from pornography, walking away from fapping, right? And single, not fapping, I mean, how was I ever going to achieve such a monumental task? And those of you that have experienced a situation like that, it's easy to put yourself in my shoes to think, well, yeah, one moment you have a girlfriend and that's gone, or a friends with benefit situation and that's gone, and now you're also committing to removing pornography. Admittedly, at that time in my life, I was watching pornography about once a week. It came down to about 2015, 2016, pornography about once a week. And I thought, hey man, that's a huge reduction of like once a day or something like that. And I feel that even to this day, I think there's some people that watch pornography like more than once a day, maybe 2 to 3 times a day. So around 2015, 2016, I had already reduced my pornography watching to once a week or so. And so at the turning of 2018, I really wanted to go deeper into my development of self. But still, I found it hard to get past that 2-week period because there wasn't any sense of, sexual tension relief because I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't want to have a friends with benefits. As I've said, I've made a video about not just falling into a friends with benefits. They tend to keep going, and for me, I've seen that they tend to stick around or want more than just casual sex. It tends to be more than that for me. So I couldn't go into friends with benefits. I couldn't find a person at the snap of my fingers to say, this is the person I want to date. I had plenty of work that I needed to do, plenty of work in my career that I needed to tend to, whether it was making videos or marketing or training clients or just management work, family stuff. I mean, every area of my life was needing some attention, and I didn't have an ability to snap my fingers and get into a relationship. And I wanted to go no fap. So here I am being cornered into this, and I'm looking to grow spiritually. So here I am at I've painted myself into a corner really, where all I could be is this stand-up guy of complete discipline, eating well, not eating junk food. Not saying I never did eat junk food or never watched porn. I'm not trying to say that, but as you can imagine, I walk I walk the walk and talk the talk in the respect that if I tell you my struggle is once a week, it's not to say that, in reality it's once a day. So I'd already managed to really improve the situation. And here I am at 2018 saying, well, now let's go full throttle, a year without any type of sexual release if so need be. And at the point, even now in 2019 in March, saying that sounds really far-fetched, like 1 year. But now more than ever, here in 2019, because I attribute meditation now since 2016 regularly, once a day at least. Meditation, what yogis call centering energy in the spine, prayer, a true need, there's a key word, a need to see changes in my life for the better. I'm now feeling like I can really commit to something as profound as like once a full year of no fapping. And has this been hard to get here? Look, I think I'll show you this. I bought this back in a few months ago. This is a VR headset, okay? This is a Oculus Go, and it has a little remote. And I bought it, and believe it or not, here's the irony. I actually saw some porn on that, and it is amazing. Like, it is, wow, like, whoa, very 3D-like, almost like real life-size people. It is pretty freaking cool as far as the actual titillation of it. What's ironic is that helped me in a way to have a really big distaste for porn on a computer, whether that was once a week. And it even made me have a distaste for that one. So like I grew this really big distaste for porn as of recently. Again, I think it's everything stacked together. The fact that I want to see an improvement in my life, in myself. Dave Asprey talks about, removing porn for 30 days in his book, Game Changers. And so when someone like myself wants to be a game changer, not sort of, kind of, like really demands it of themselves and is into sexual transmutation and is into meditation. And here's Dave Asprey talking about it. Like, it's almost as if this challenge comes to the surface of our mind and is like, okay, well, now you say you want to be at the next level. You say you want to be a game changer. You say you want to be a leader. You're a fitness and leadership coach helping people get to the next level. And so, someone like myself is very into growth. And so the ideas of actually tapping into the next level, like I said, are not just theory for me, whether it's in the weight room, and repping 225 for 10 on a bench press and like seeing it as like that's my normal strength. When you have that as your normal and you have a certain levels of performance as your normal and you want more of that normal, more of that high level performance, and you can say, okay, well, if Dave Asprey is saying that this will get me to the next level and I've already seen the benefits, say I'm pretty strong in the weight room, say I'm pretty self-confident, say I feel a certain sense of vibration and confidence around sexual encounters or flirtations, right? Well, can this get me to the next level, right? And so to me, I'm finding that every day of no fap that I'm added, like say from here, I'm thinking I'm at like 3 weeks plus right now. And prior to this moment, I don't think I felt in the past this confident about it. Like, sure, like I said, here's a virtual headset right now, and I can guarantee you there's absolutely no draw in me to turn on that porn or watch it. Like, absolutely none. It's like the thought of it's kind of depressing and gross to me. Where if you're watching this and you're struggling or interested in NoFap or whatever, you probably can't understand how is that disgusting? It's here, this development of self is here, and it's been hard fought. It's taken me years of really asking myself and observing myself and studying mentors and meditation and, comparing how I feel without fapping or with fapping, and like seeing what I really want to become, and that's where I am. I just don't want to fuck around with that. So I'm in a good place, and I would say this, that you can look at the world around you and look at Instagram and how girls are showing their ass there, and full camel toe, and just like look at trying to get all the likes and attention, and we see that, right? And it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of that and lose our time, and follow these girls and these women, and thinking that that's some sort of effective, efficient use of our time, or it's sexy. But in reality, that's how I used to think was cool. I used to think that was cool, like following all these hot chicks. And now I see that it's got a slight patheticness to it, to be blunt. And when you start growing in this stage of like, I'm worth more than that. I'd rather use my energy to make a video. I'd rather use my energy to play an instrument. I'd rather use my sexual energy to write, to reach out to my family, to cook something, to go work out. And when we start realizing that that's a far better use of sexual energy, and we can start thinking long term and saying, okay, well, what can I leave for when I die? Like, maybe I could write a book. Maybe I could leave these videos, and my nephews and my can look at it and say, wow, like Jacob left a pretty cool content for us to think about, stuff for us to think about, and what he must have been going through. And look, I'm his age now, and I could be seeing these shifts within me. It's a much better use of time. So if you're interested in getting into the no-fap idea, some key books to look into would be The Way of the Superior Man by David Data, The Way of the Superior Man. And it goes into conserving sexual energy loosely. And obviously, videos like this and other videos online. I liked Russell Brand's book, Recovery, which goes into addiction, meaning like, it doesn't mean you might have like a heavy addiction, but if you can't stop doing something besides yourself, beside your intellectual decision to stop, then you may want to consider that it is in fact a addiction of some sort. Okay, so potentially it could be. And so look at it to have a sense of, maybe you need to change on a spiritual level, go to God and have Him work with you emotionally and spiritually, so that you can show God humility, that you want to actually become a better person. Because, and I'll be blunt with you, I don't think I did this all on my own. I think God cleansed me on some level to have the strength, to have the, like I said, I have a VR headset right there, and I'm not interested in the least, and I've never been at this stage where I'm like, nah, not even interested, And that's so I'd say start there. Consider meditation, because meditation is a great way for you to kind of relieve steam and find a center, and in that center find a level of growth. And it's almost as if, like, think of sexual energy as like a charge, right? It's in there, like it's down in your gonads, right? The sexual energy is down in the balls, right? And it's in there charged up, right? It's charged up. And so if it's down in there charged up and you meditate, it's almost as if instead of it sort of like wanting out, you can decompress the energy, calm the energy down, and then allow it to move through in a more consistent flow, almost more like a stream versus like a firework. Instead of it wanting to come out like a firework, like you can't control, it's almost like it's coming out like a stream because you're controlling it. So meditation is a big one. I got my meditation lessons from Self-Realization Fellowship Church, but you can go online, learn your own styles of meditation, and I'd say consider that. There's also foods affect you, but I'm kind of a masochist to some degree because, for example, a monk says don't eat almonds because they can get you a little bit more, aroused and stuff. Like, I'm the type of person that wants more almonds because I actually like testosterone and power and sexual energy. So I actually like almonds more. So diet does affect you and your urge to, you could say, FAP or release sexual energy. So think about that and ultimately decide that this is what you want, and work on it and be patient enough with yourself and understand that I don't consider myself a master as much as the goal is to be a master. And I feel like the master energy is starting to flourish and manifest itself in me now versus, let's say, 4 years ago. To be where I'm at now would, if the guy me back then, 2015, saw me now, I think this would be my reaction. Whoa, like the 2015 me now, back then would look at me now like I had some sort of superpower. Okay, so I trust the process enough to go through all the work, and it's going to be frustrating sometimes, and understand that. And so keep in mind that with that frustration, the most common thing that I see people do or I've read about is that people beat themselves up, they get all guilty, and they don't trust themselves enough to continue working through the process and improving. They think, I decided I was going to do no FAP 60 days and I only went 30 days and now I'm a piece of shit. Or they start, berating themselves. And so understand that it's going to take time. It's not for most people, unless you're a rare individual and you could, from one day to the next, decide and you're just like amazing, that's you. You write a book or something. Most people need a little bit of trial and error and finding their own way through the process. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll be making these videos throughout the months, and I'm going to start a 30-day no FAP challenge, and I'll consider this day 1. So I'm already, I think I'm headed towards 30 days already, but I'll go ahead and add, this is day 1 of the next 30 days, okay? This is Jacob Adams. I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, subscribe, ask questions. We'll see you next time.